Hi, you're welcome back to Trends with TMI.
And I still remain your beautiful host, Mariam O. Idris.
It's been over a year that we've had our episodes. I'm thrilled to be back. And I've really missed connecting with you all. During my break, I embarked on an incredible self-discovery journey and I learned to appreciate God for life and for good health. And that was so transformative. On today's episode, we are exploring a journey to becoming your best self with my beautiful guests. So right now, we're going to listen to a brief biography of our amazing and beautiful guest. I'll see you after that.
About our guest Zainab Abdulrasheed Atobatele, the lifelong learner. She is an award-winning educator with over 12 years of experience in shaping the future of children and adults alike. As the founder of the Champions Within Initiative, she is dedicated to unlocking the potential of children and empowering the next generation of leaders. Currently serving as the trainer and learning and development expert, Zainab is passionate about talent development and skill growth with a special focus on sustainable development goals, SDGs advocacy. Her creative interests include graphic design, photography, videography, and poetry, all reflecting her deep love for nature and the world around her. Embracing the title The Lifelong Learner, Zainab continues to seek growth and enriches herself and others through our journey of learning and discovery.
All right, I'm sure we all listened to the brief and inspiring biography of our beautiful guest and do want to follow our social media handle to know more about her. So, our beautiful guest, Mrs. Zainab, can we meet you, please?
Hello everyone, I am Zainab Abdulrasheed Atobatele and I feel so happy to be here with you, the one and only queen of the mic.
Same here.
Okay, so basically I am a trainer, I am a learning and development professional, also a teacher, an educator by training, and basically I have been on this journey of self-development for a while and I'm just so excited to share a few insights with the delectable Miriam here today. Just what do? I train, I help people to unleash their best self in terms of service delivery, capacity building, learning and development. I am a facilitator of learning. So that's just me.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting, Mrs. Zainab. Okay, you're welcome to Trends with TMI, and we are
Thank you.
so glad to have you here trending with us.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, so Mrs. Zainab, please tell us what sparked your self-discovery journey. What sparked it? Tell us about it.
Wow. Woo. Okay, self-discovery. First thing first, self-discovery is a lifelong journey. You know, for me, I believe that you're constantly evolving as a human being. You're learning, you're constantly relearning and unlearning things. So what sparked my journey? I think a few years back, maybe 2017, I had been working for a couple of years and I just felt stuck. It felt like routine, constantly, you know, doing the same thing over and over again. And I just felt stuck and I just told myself, you could be more, you know, why not go for more? Why just remain so basic when you could be extra? So I started to look for ways to enhance myself. And one of those ways that I launched, I tapped into was continuous learning. So I try to expose myself to opportunities where I can learn, acquire new skills. One of such skills I picked up was graphic designing.
Wow.
Besides that, I also learned different videography, a bit of, you know, photography as well. So I took a short course on photography just to become, you know, better and to, you know, uplift myself and not just remain basic.
Yeah. Wow, that's inspiring. So what were some challenges you faced while discovering yourself?
Challenges, you know. Well, I always have this philosophy that when there's a will, there's a way, you know, and you could come up with 1001 excuses or you could just decide to do the thing. Some of the challenges I had to grapple with were resources. Like I said, I was doing a basic job, earning not so much, but out of the little I was earning, I had to still dip my hands into my purse to apply for stuff, to register for courses so that I can, you know, become better. You know, that investment was a bit of a challenge then because I wasn't earning as much, but I still had to do that. But I saw it as an investment anyways. Another challenge is, I don't think it was big on me, but one challenge I think people face when you are on this self-discovery journey is the naysayers.
Mm.
You have people who tell you are doing too much,
True.
you're putting yourself too much out there, you're going for everything. Why don't you, what's your own? Why are you so out there, you know?
Exactly.
For me, I think the naysayers too was kind of a challenge because sometimes I want to tone it down, not because I want to, but because I feel people around me feel like I'm doing too much. But then I think I've moved past that.
Wow, that's actually very true. It happens to everyone. So it depends on how you're able to overcome such a challenge. Okay. So, haven't told us the challenges you face. What are the tips? What are those strategies that you used? Can you tell us about them so that someone out there facing such a challenge would know how to, overcome such?
Okay, thank you. Beautiful one. Okay, so strategies. There are lots of strategies, but I'm going to start with the first obvious one, which is self-reflection and self-awareness. Yeah, everybody is on a different journey, and the time it's as soon as you realize that your journey is different from mine, you get to navigate life easier. So on self-reflection, I had to take a pause to look at my life. Like I did a SWOT analysis of where I currently was and how I wanted to be. Being a teacher in the classroom, I wanted more. I wanted to take up stages where I would, speak as a public speaker. I wanted to be on panels. I wanted to have conversations that matter. But in that space that I wasn't given such opportunities. So I had to self-reflect that, okay, this is where I am currently. This is where I'm going. How do I navigate it? So self-reflection was very big for me. Another thing I looked at was self-awareness, understanding myself, understanding the kind of situation that I was in, because I wasn't going to compare my own journey to somebody else's journey.
Sure.
So that I can find that balance. So self-awareness and self-reflection were the first two that I had to look at. Another thing that I latched onto was continuous learning. Like I said, it's very important. The day you stop learning, you wither away.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's important that you latch onto continuous learning, always learning new things, being open to knowledge. I call myself the lifelong learner.
Yeah.
Yes, because learning for me, any opportunity to learn, I'm there. And another thing is I believe in making every experience educational. So when I go through anything in life generally, I try to immerse myself and see, what is that learning point in this experience for me? So very important. And thirdly, I would say setting goals. When you set goals for yourself, and especially when they are SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, time bound, when you set SMART goals for yourself, it guides you and it helps you, it keeps you in check in terms of measurability to know how far you're going with your goals and how you're achieving it. So these are 3 pointers I think have really worked for me.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Zainab
Yeah.
Atobatele. Okay, so if you're out there and you're facing such a challenge, you have several tips that you can actually pick and do well to use that to help yourself to, work on such a challenge. So thank you so much, Mrs. Zainab. So about now, we need to go on a very short break. I'll see you after the break.
Get all of these food items at normal Ketamo for just 220,000 naira. So here we have 2 packs of 3 crown milk, we have 2 packs of Bonvita, we have a pack of top tea, and then we have 2 rolls of Bonvita hot chocolate, and also we have 5 liters of palm oil, we have 2 sachets of salt, a pint of Bodo yam flour, and then we have 4 tubers of yam neatly packed in this box of love. So we have our provisions and all sealed together neatly. Also we have 25 liters of King's oil, a bag of rice. All of this will be sent to one of our clients parents living here in Nigeria all the way from the UK. So do well to send us a DM to get all of this delivered to someone you love.
Okay. All right, you're welcome back from that short break, and it's still Trends with TMI, and I still remain your beautiful host, Mariam O. Idris, and I have here my beautiful guest, Mrs. Zainab, taking us on the journey to becoming your best self. Mrs. Zainab, you're welcome back from that short break.
Thank you for having me. It's been a beautiful one. I've been enjoying myself. Thank you so much.
Same here. Okay, so talking about mindfulness and growth. How has mindfulness and growth impacted your life?
Wow. Beautiful one as usual. Mindfulness. Wow. Mindfulness and growth, I think they are intertwined. But in this case, mindfulness is being present in the moment, enjoying the moment. And if I know anything about myself in terms of self-awareness, is the fact that I am very mindful and I take I'm very conscious of being present in the moment. I love to live in the moment.
Yeah.
I love to enjoy each moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I have this philosophy about life that whenever I'm in a space or in a place, I try to enjoy every moment, every facet of it, so that by the time I leave, I don't leave feeling like there was something I was supposed to do
And you did
that I
not
didn't do.
Yeah.
So I live for the moment. So I try to practice mindfulness, even though it's still a journey for me. But I think it's big, and it has helped me to focus on me. When I'm mindful of myself, my journey, my growth, it helps me to focus on my goals and my journey to self-discovery. And I have this acronym for growth, which I broke down as G for goal setting, R for resilience. So we talked about goal setting. So I'll just talk a bit about resilience, because even on your self-development journey, you're going to have distractions, you're going to have challenges, but being able to stay resilient regardless of what life throws at you is one way that I have termed it as, and I see it as it's a way that I believe that when we latch onto the idea of resilience, no matter what life throws at us, we keep evolving and keep triumphing. Another thing is the O in growth is opportunities, seeking out opportunities. They're everywhere. As Nigeria is today, people complain a lot about the current realities, but the truth is people are still making it in this country. We should always try to seek out opportunities, because if you seek out challenges, you will always find them. And work ethics, you should always take your work ethics seriously, because most times people want the job and they're giving the job, but they don't want to do their best. They don't want to pay the price for it. So very important to trust the process. The T is trust the process. Yes, it's going to be hard, it's going to be arduous, it's going to come with all sort of challenges, but please just know that at the end of the day, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And finally, habits. Working on your habits, be intentional about working on your habits. To attain that sense of growth that you want, you have to work on your habits. And one book I would recommend is Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's a book that I'm currently devouring, if I can use that word, because it has really helped me to structure a lot of things in my life. So Atomic Habits is one book I would advise anybody on this self-development journey to read. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So if you actually want to go through a book that can help you grow very well in life, she said
Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Atomic Habits by James Clear. So do well to get that book and devour also just the way she's doing.
Yeah.
All right, thank you again, Mrs. Zainab Atobatele. Okay, let's play a game. Okay, so it's called Path to Calm. Now you're going to share a personal experience where you felt calm and peaceful. What led to that moment? So you're going to tell us, you're going to share an experience where you felt calm and peaceful, and what led to that moment.
Wow. This experience is one that always sticks with me, and it was in 2016. I think November, I can't remember exactly the date, but it was in 2016. I was going through a lot of chaotic events in my life at that time, and I didn't feel like me, because I'm this kind of person. I'm very full of life. I love adventure, but at that time I was just going through a very rough path, and I went on a trip to Ibadan. Actually, I went on a road trip with a group of people to Agodi Gardens, and whilst walking across that path, I just felt this sense of peace.
Wow.
It just felt like it was unreal. It felt like I was in a storybook, because scenery was just so peaceful. The luscious greens, the flowers, there were donkeys around.
Wow.
It felt like, a connection with nature that was just taking me away from the current reality that I was, grappling with. So being in that space, I forgot all my issues. I was just immersed in that experience, and it's one beautiful experience I would always remember.
Wow, that was a beautiful one.
Yeah.
Okay, so little time, drum roll. Okay, so we're going to play a riddle.
Okay.
So you're going to pick 3 papers. Okay. One has a gift if you're lucky enough, and 2 questions you're going to answer.
Oh my God.
Are you ready?
I think I am.
You think you are? Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
All right, so we have this. This is our
Okay.
reading pot.
Wow.
So you're picking 3 papers from here.
Can I go now?
Yes, you can.
Oh my God. So I
One.
did. Yeah. So do
Hold
I
it. You can
open
hold it. You can hold
Okay.
it.
Okay.
One. Another.
1, 2,
2. We have a
and
gift.
3.
3. Okay. So can you open the first paper?
Oh my God. I'm scared. Number 3.
Okay. The question is, I have a face and 2 hands, but no arms or legs. What am I? I have a face and 2 hands, but no arms or legs. What am I?
Oh my God. Clock.
Woo! Amazing! That was correct. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the next one.
Number 2. Okay, I picked number 4.
Number 4. Okay, what goes up but never comes down?
Oh, but never gravity.
Nope.
Okay.
Last chance.
Age.
Correct. So that's a smart
Oh my
one.
God.
That was a very, very smart
Oh,
one.
really?
Okay, so
Interesting.
the last.
Number 1.
Okay, number 1. What is always with you but never seen? What is always with you but never seen?
Never seen.
Yes, never seen.
Oh my God. No idea.
You can try.
Always with you, but
Yes,
never
but never
seen.
seen.
Never seen by who?
By you.
Oh, never seen
By
by me.
anyone.
Always with me?
Yes, but never seen.
Okay, could it be my face?
No. I see your face.
Oh my God. Okay. Happiness?
Nope. One more chance.
No idea. I think I've been lucky so far.
Yes, in fact, you've been very, very lucky and you've gotten 2 questions correct out of 3. Okay, so the answer is your thoughts.
Oh,
It's
wow.
always with you wherever you go,
my
but we
God.
cannot see it.
That's deep.
Yes, really deep.
That's deep.
Okay, so Mrs. Zainab at
Yeah.
Atobatele, can you leave us with a parting word to our listeners out there? I'm sure they want to hear something from you.
Okay, dear listeners, thank you for keeping up with trends with
TMI.
TMI. Thank you so much. And on this self-discovery journey, never stop learning.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming right here to share your, experience with us on your journey to self-discovery.
been a big
And I'm
one.
sure that our listeners really enjoyed listening to you, and I'm sure they've learned so much from you. And not to forget, we have a gift from one of our sponsors, More Market and More, for our beautiful guest, Mrs. Zainab Abdulrasheed at Atobatele.
Wow, thank you so
So
much.
here is a gift from More Market and More.
Wow.
So what they do is to shop with items and spices for you with ease, and then you get them from the comfort of your home. So Mrs.
Wow.
Zainab, this is for you from More Market and More.
Thank you so much, More Market and More. This is so amazing. I'm really honored. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So our listeners, thank you for tuning in. Remember, becoming your best self is a journey. Take small steps, practice mindfulness, and appreciate life's beauty. So don't forget to follow us on our social media handles at the Mariam O. Idris on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.
Yeah.
So for you to follow up on our thoughtful discussion with amazing guests. I'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.